Good morning, guys. It is your girl Tyler here. It is Saturday morning, and I decided let me take you on a trip up to North Carolina with me for this posing seminar.
Outside yesterday, sat on the grass and started to pray. Then I stopped to listen like, Lord, go ahead, give me a vision. I want your ideas, all in my head for real. I want the fire and zeal, your mystery revealed. If there is something I want, it's to center my life around you. Jesus, only you. If there is something I wanna hear your word and your truth. To you, my ears are fine to sound. Turn it up, turn the volume up to a million. I just wanna hear your voice. I don't wanna hear the noise. It's distracting. Your opinion, only care about your opinion.
My Wolfpack bag here with all my things. My food is prepped and in the kitchen. I feel like I'm missing something. What else is not in here? We got headphones, supplements, my food. Oh, y'all falling down. Okay, but yes, we have my headphones, supplements, food. My God, my damn posing shoes. And you know where they're at? They're at work.
Black people. No.
I gotta swing by there to go get them and then head off to this posing clinic. And again, it's an hour and a half away. Y'all, I'm gonna have to be late. So let me get everything situated and I'll talk to y'all in a minute.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this.
I only got
Somebody
a
come and look at
tablespoon of
this.
gas, y'all.
Look at this.
Okay, we're gonna make it there. I promise we're gonna make it to this event. I'm not backing down. We're not backing down. We're not. We making it. Watch me.
Hey loves, just wanted to let you guys know that the clips coming up, that ain't the best, okay? But you're here for the advice that's given and not the visuals, okay? So just bear with me. We're gonna get better at this.
Has a little bit of a different angle with the twist. You just don't want to be like this. You don't want to be parallel with that front of the stage or the judges or whatever. When your shoulders are facing to the front like this, that's not good. So you want to be at an angle of some sort. Really what it should be is your shoulders are in line with your hips. All their shoulders are in line with their hips. Okay? As you see, they all have a little bit of development to their delts. And their arms, which is also I think is important, the arms are proportional to their delts as well. You don't see big delts with skinny arms. You don't see thick arms with almost no development to the delts. You want to have a little bit of development, a little bit of fullness there. Again, it's that overall balance and full look. Any questions right now as we're going here in the front pose or anything. Nobody has any questions. Proportional, we want to be symmetrical. Overall balance, extremely important in bikini. So front pose, you want to see that natural hourglass shape in the front pose, right? The upper body has to match the lower body. It has to be, in proportion, in balance. Then when you get to the lower body, a lot of people, kind of leave off. The legs to the glutes, that needs to be proportional. That needs to be balanced. A lot of people have, a little bit of an imbalance between what their glutes look like in the front pose and what their legs look like. Obviously, conditioning, we don't want to see separations. We don't want to see clear separation. When the judges are looking at you, we're looking at you from when you guys walk on stage, okay? So when I'm there and I'm judging, I'm watching your legs, I'm watching everything. If I start to see separation, if I see feathering, if I see any striations, that's bad. That's bad in bikini. So I know sometimes we see bikini competitors, they get too dieted down and too stringy. We don't want to see stringy and skinny. We want to see that muscle fullness, okay? So bikini is also that makes it look a lot better. You don't need to be so shredded. And I think a lot of girls make the mistake, or coaches or whatever, make the mistake of, hey, I want to make sure that you can see my tie-ins in the back pose. So they diet down way too much, you can see the tie-ins, but then you lose everything everywhere else. Your face becomes gone. Your face gets sucked in. We don't want to see sucked in faces. We don't want to see, your hamstrings in the back pose sticking out, or being, being basically so separated when you're moving. You lose, a lot of times when girls do that, they lose the fullness in their glutes. So even though as an NPC competitor, unless you're in the overall, you're not doing the bikini walk, we're still watching you as you're walking out to that center box and as you're walking away. So everything gets taken into consideration when we're judging. The same thing, the back pose. Again, you want to be balanced from top to bottom. Of course, the hair's covering the back. You still want to have a little bit of shape to yourself when you're in your back pose. The glutes, we're looking for round, full glutes, obviously that are staying full too as you're moving around. And again, the conditioning is super important. We want to see the tie-ins, but we don't want anything separated. We don't want the hamstrings running all the way up to the tie-ins or anything like that. So I guess now we get into the posing. Front pose, go ahead. As you see already, one important thing is, obviously these are top pros, but everybody has to pose to their own physique, okay? You can see right now, two girls have the right leg forward, one has their left. You need to practice, you need to either have your own eye or someone's eye that's very objective to see what pose works best for you guys. So, in the front pose here, you can see natural hourglass shape on all three of them, okay? That hourglass shape is accentuated too by having full glutes in the front pose. The glutes just drop off, it kind of loses that hourglass shape, right? So, nice and full glutes even from the front here. Their feet, look at their feet. They're all at a little bit of an angle, right? A little bit of an angle that's basically like 45 degrees, all three of them. So, none of them are sitting into their glutes too hard either. So the glutes come out and go like this to the leg. That makes the glutes look a little bit imbalanced. Upper body wise, you see they're all with their chest up, okay? Keeping that chest up again keeps that natural hourglass shape. You're not bending weird. A lot of girls have a weird bend. Then with the natural hourglass shape, you see their arms are relaxed. Their front arms are all relaxed. They're not going like figure and taking their lats out. We don't need to see that. I mean, basically that shows that you don't have the natural hourglass shape. We're seeing that you're just trying to do it by flaring your lat. You want to be able to just have that shape with your arm relaxed. Shoulders are all parallel. Their shoulders are parallel in the front too. Right? They have that little bit of that curve in their lower back. They're making sure that they don't bring their hips in and flatten out their position, right? So now they're here. You see, there's a curve in their lower back, but their chest is still up, right? Their upper bodies are still straight. They're not bent over. You bend over, you flatten out your glutes. You make them wider, you flatten them out. So a lot of girls that don't quite have the glute development they want yet, they want to like bend over and like really push their hips out. And all it does is it takes your glutes and it flattens them and it widens them. So it actually ends up making it look worse. Even if you don't really have much glutes yet, it makes it look worse when you do that. You see, again, their hand placement is basically right here from the front of them. Everything is relaxed. They're not squeezing back. They're not squeezing through their mid back. They're not pushing their elbows back so far. Everything's in proportion. And you go down to the glutes again. You want full round glutes. You want to see, you want to see that clear tie-in, but the hamstrings aren't connected to the tie-in, right? So nothing's. And then also when you're transitioning and you're in two condition, we can see that little feathering, the little striations, everything like that. That's all taken into account. So when you go and you look at still pictures like of people, you're not seeing exactly what's happening on stage. So those kind of little things can be stuff that you get a little bit marked down for. again, look at their foot placement. They're all basically, their feet are right under their shoulders. Feet are shoulder width. Feet are pointed outwards just a little bit. Again, you have to work on what exactly is going to make you look the best as well here, even though the general pose is the same. One thing that I just thought of right now is suits. A lot of girls really pull their suits up a little bit too high. When you do that,
Guys, so I am back at my car at the moment, just changing in to my sneakers and dropping off some stuff, but I'm still here at the posing seminar, and so far everything is good. I love being in the atmosphere with other bodybuilders and pros, just to gain the tips and tricks to improve and move up within the world of bodybuilding. We're about to do a posing seminar soon, and they're breaking up by each division. And so while they're doing that, I thought, why not get hopefully both parts of my workout done? But if not, if I get one done, I'll just do the other half when I get home, because I gotta drive past my gym anyways to get home. So yeah, I'm loving it here. Like I'm loving the vibe. I'm loving the energy in the building. Hey guys, so I'm finally back. I've been in North Carolina for hours, so I'm really happy to be back home. But this was an amazing experience for me, because usually when it comes to this type of things, I tend to basically talk myself out of going. I let anxiety get in the way. Let's just be real. I let anxiety get in the way of me doing any type of things like that. So for me to even get out of my shell and go to the seminar to learn and grow as an athlete, like, I'm so proud of myself for even doing, But from the last scene, which was me changing into my shoes and getting something to eat before I went back in. When I came back in, I basically did cardio for 5 minutes, and then they called us back into our groups to basically start practicing a routine and having the pros look over us and give us tips and tricks for us to build up our posing routine. So I got mine, and I got like 3 things I have to work on, which I knew there was going to be something with my routine, because I haven't been on stage for 4 years. The last time I was on stage, I qualified for nationals, but I didn't get to do nationals. I had like a lot of health issues going on. So this was me doing a whole routine since 2020. Yeah, 2020 was the last time I competed. So I'm going to list the 3 things that I got to work on here. And I'm going to be implementing these every time, like every day. And every time I have check-ins with my coach. Just so that by the time I do step on stage, it's go time. I don't have to do it's like little minor fixes. It's not like I got to change everything up. But to be in that type of environment with everybody around, it just felt good, because I feel like, the gyms here, there's not a lot of like gyms here with that type of vibe and that type of environment. Like, we have to go out and travel. So it just felt good to be in that type of environment where I know everybody's there. We have the same goal. We have the same dream. So it's more of like an encouraging environment. You know what I mean? Like, all of our goals are to improve as an athlete. I know all of us too are trying to go to the Olympia, or trying to compete in a national show and move up and become an IFBB pro, for all the amateurs who were there. So to just be in that environment where everybody's on the same page, like, I don't know, I just loved it. It was definitely something to help me, like, just to keep the fire going within me until I get close to stepping on stage. But definitely, I'm excited that I did this. To close out the vlog, I am going to end it with a word that related to the day and to me, and that would be confidence. I feel like today was a step for me, not with like building confidence, but just walking in that confidence. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I suffer with a lot of anxiety, and sometimes that anxiety can talk me out of doing a lot of things that I might think of that I want to do, and I might start it, and then anxiety would kick in, and I'm like, okay, and then I'll shy away from it. So for me to actually take that step and be like, no, we're doing this, and I got in the car and drove all the way up there and actually did it, like, I'm really proud of myself, you know? So I feel like that's just the one step of just conquering the anxiety that I told myself this year at the beginning of the year. I was like, we're not letting anxiety rule everything for you this year. Like, we're stepping out of that. That's no more. We can no longer live in fear and let fear and doubt and worry and all that, you know, mess with your mind, because that's not what the Lord had planned for me. He didn't give me anxiety. He didn't want me to worry and stress. So why am I worrying and stressing? You know what I mean? So we're beating that, and we're just giving everything up in his hands, because he's gonna help me through this, you know. Whenever I feel anxious, whenever I feel doubtful and I worry and I stress out, we're just gonna pour everything out onto him, and he's gonna do the rest. So confidence was the word for today. So that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog, and remember to always be authentically you. Bye, guys.